McDonald's.
McDonald's!
Home of the Golden Arches, a ketchup and mustard themed clown, high blood pressure, and good old diabetes. I think it's fair to say most of us have an experience with McDonald's. But what happens when someone's anger with the service at McDonald's, or anywhere for that matter, is disproportionate to the activating event or trigger? Well, thanks to Fox 13 News in Tampa Bay, Florida, we're about to find out. Now, the link to the original video is down below in the description, so feel free to pay them a visit and give them the credit that they deserve. But in the meantime, make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel. You got it? Now, let's get into the video because there's a lesson in here somewhere that I'm sure we can take advantage of. Let's roll.
Thursday night, the drive-thru at this McDonald's. Detectives say when 22-year-old Tianis Jones got the wrong order, her frustration exploded into frenzy.
They have it ready, but because it was a special order, they confused some things, and they asked her, pull up to window 3.
Window.
We'll fix it for you really quick. Well, she got McMad.
And stormed.
Yo, hold on. Did my man really just say that? I'm gonna tell you one thing, man. That sheriff definitely has a sense of humor. My man said McMad. All right, my bad. I didn't expect that.
And stormed inside. Her temper getting hotter and hotter by the second until she called 911.
I'm at McDonald's. I'm 5 months pregnant. These people don't know how to run a McDonald's. Come on. I want my money. They trying to treat me out my money.
Are you so? Wait. Hold on. Time out. Another time out. 20-second time out. Listen. Look, man, 911 is not the store manager. 911 isn't the McDonald's customer service tip line. There is no reason to call 911 just because you're unhappy that McDonald's or any other fast food joint got your order wrong or you're unhappy with the service. And was opening by saying you're 5 months pregnant supposed to justify a swift response from 911 for a non-emergency call? Another thing I want to point out too is it also sounds like she had a friend follow her to the store to try keeping her out of trouble by telling her to come on, okay? So I just noticed that. Let's proceed.
I want my money.
The sheriff says Jones' sister tried to get her to chill.
Okay.
Nope. Employees offered to reimburse her. Didn't work. She flipped out even more, whacking a sign off the counter that barely missed hitting an employee. Then she tore into a bunch of bottles, scooted behind the...
Hey, real quick, hold on. I want to go back real quick. Give me a second. I want to show something right here because I want to give a shout out to this employee right here. Let's go back right quick. Give me a second. All right, so the first thing I want to say is I want to point out this employee right here. Shout out to this employee right here because whoever they are, you can tell that they're over it and probably thinking, I don't get paid enough for this BS right here. I don't get paid enough for trained to de-escalate this right here. So shout out to them for maintaining their cool. Also, that's an expensive extra value meal that just cost her hundreds, possibly thousands of dollars, including damages and fees because of her inability to regulate her emotions over a messed up drive-thru order. So a couple other things real quick. Pregnant or not, this is not a normal or developmentally appropriate response to a young adult who is unhappy with customer service, which brings me back to something I said earlier in this video. Is the intensity of her anger and her behavior proportionate to the event that triggered the emotion and behavior? The answer here clearly is no. It's no. So just to give you a quick glimpse and peek behind the curtain of how I think and how I see behavior and how I see people, I see this behavior and the first thing that comes to my mind is possible trauma and or mental illness. And with that being said, and let's be very clear with what I'm about to say, someone having or experiencing trauma and or mental illness is not an excuse for this type of behavior. But it does help provide answers regarding the why for those interested in those answers, which will likely come up when she's in front of a judge and or jury. Now, once again, she is 22 years old, so she's a young adult. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was a history and pattern of somewhat similar behaviors while she was in grade school. But let's continue.
And went to work on stacks of cups and other supplies.
I don't know what was wrong with her that night. I don't know if she was like 2 fries short of a Happy Meal. Or maybe it was she was short of a Happy Meal completely.
Yo, my man is wild.
But she created a McMess. And she acted like a McNut.
Yo, somebody come get Sheriff Judd, man. You got to chill on the McDonald's jokes, bro.
Instead of leaving with one from the restaurant, as a grand finale, she whipped up a little shake of her own.
She pulls her shirt up. There you go. There's a little twerk on the way out the door.
Why?
So they are looking for her right now. Instead of having and enjoying the Golden Arches, detectives say when they catch her, she's going to probably not enjoy this, but she's going to be facing some silver handcuffs. Kelly?
Move this man!
All right, let me get it together. So I have a few closing remarks about this video, especially to my younger YouTube family. Look, man, back in 1990, Public Enemy told us older heads that 911 is a joke. But that doesn't excuse calling them when you're not satisfied with the customer service at your local McDonald's. 911 is for safety and medical emergencies only. That's number one. Number two, the older you become, the more you have to lose. At least that's how it should be if you're an able-bodied human being capable of taking care of yourself. Imagine catching a charge because, what, McDonald's got your order wrong? Yo, that's corny, come on, man. Third point, don't respond to something that costs $10 with behavior attached to a $2,000 or greater consequence. So as a hypothetical, let's assume you go to McDonald's and your order costs $10, but you respond to quote unquote poor customer service by acting like this woman here in this video, right? That $25 Royale with cheese, box of boot-shaped McNuggets and M&M McFlurry now costs you hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars because of your behavior. And I can already hear some of you right now, a very small percentage of you. Look, listen, no, it doesn't matter if you have the money to pay for the consequences of your actions, because now what you're doing is giving the government extra money that could be invested in something much more useful to you. And number four, it's clear that this woman's response to McDonald's getting her order wrong was very disproportionate. Instances like this do make me wonder, because of my profession, if there is a history of trauma or mental illness. But let's be very clear, it's important to note that it does not and should not excuse her behavior. Also, I want to give a quick word of advice to the fellas out there, especially the young ones. Please, 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 please strap up and have some discipline. You got to be careful and pay attention to who you lay down with, because regardless of what you want, she may become a permanent fixture in your life for the rest of your life. And let me tell you something. One of the most important decisions that you make in your life will be who you choose. You choose to spend the rest of your life with, and who you choose to procreate with. YouTube family, please make sure you hit that like button, because it helps a brother's videos show up in other search results. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit it right now if you didn't already, and leave a comment below, because I want to know what you think about this. I want to know what you think about this video. So go ahead and leave that comment. Quick update. I'll be doing a follow-up video because there is in fact a mental health element to this case, and we're going to dive into it in the next few days. So until then, take care of yourselves and take care of one another. Peace.